Okay, cool. Wait. Wait, it's not showing up. Hello? Wait. Oh, hold. There we go. We're in. I'm in. I'm in. So progress report. Where are we at? Let's look at Notepad 2. What's the notes in Notepad 2? Oh my god, we have a lot of items that we need to put in. IDS should also be able to suck up briefcases. Yeah, probably. Has anyone tested this besides you? We've had some tech tests. The last tech test we did, we played basketball for like 20 to 30 minutes talking about stuff, so I'd say that was pretty good. But we haven't done a test in a while, and we definitely need to do another test soon, ASAP. We have an entire list on the Trello about mechanics and features that we need to test out, see that they're working in multiplayer, or at least 90% functional. But yeah, we do need to, it is due. A test is due for sure. A tech test at the very least. I don't think we're near an actual full proper gameplay test yet. Like I wouldn't give this to my friends and be like, here, get a friend group and play it and let me know what you guys think. Maybe record it. I wouldn't do that yet. I don't think we're at that stage yet. I don't think the game is at that stage yet, which is crazy considering we've been working on it for like 5 months. But yeah. You got a Bluetooth? We got 2 years ahead of us. We're just starting. If anything, we got like 8 months ahead of us. Especially considering if I start like putting this on the side track and we're on the side and then we start working on the Suit for Hire DLC instead. Grim, can I name my game engine after you? What would you call it? Crimson Engine? Well, why would you call it Crimson Engine? Why not like Celestial Engine or something? You know? Because you inspired me? No, man. You do it. You're working on it. You work so hard on it. You take ownership over it. I ain't fucking doing shit. I just stream every day, okay? Take control. Control. You're the one working on it. Let me be parasocial. Suck my balls. Bulls pants. Dabs. Dabs twice. It's okay. I will never do that again. Okay, contractual agreement. I will never do that. Even as a joke. Dabs twice cutely. Did you just double dab? Dabs, I haven't seen that in a long time. That really has gone out of fashion, huh? What does parasocial mean? Well, it's like a social communication where it could, at any point in time, go on fucking fire. You ever heard of para? Yeah, it could go on fire at any moment in time. Would the IDS destroy the case upon dropping it off within the front cab, going about your day working on the 1 second and 2 second, only to have something within a case gribble out and catch you off guard as you help the teammates? Literally, the idea of being able to... what I was saying... What was I saying? Oh, right. The entire idea of sucking up a bomb guy or a mimic would literally be to troll your friends. If the bomb guy is already activated and you sent that fucker up there, well, guess what? Whoever's on the other end, if anyone, Who is secondary Crimson? Who is this fraud? It's literally a picture of me, but with a 2 drawn on it. And that account was made in 2016. All right, who changed their name? Who changed their username? Psychopath. I gotta see if twitch.tv/crimson is taken up still. Fuck! Damn it! You can't do this to me! All right. Profile picture for the second Christmas, top tier. Dude, I feel like that's an old picture of me too. Is that an old picture of me? It is. I feel like that's like what I looked like when I was like playing a video game or something, like Apex or that looks like young me. Why not grandpa me? You were still in Cali? Okay, yeah. I was probably playing Fortnite or something. I used to be a Fortnite streamer for a period of time. For a bit, I tried. I tried to be a game streamer. It didn't work out too well. A lot of everybody's like, game streaming is easy, and then they try to do it and they like go nowhere. And it's like, oh yeah, easy, huh? The F in First Crimson stands for Fortnite. I don't know what the first in First Crimson stands for. It means I'm first. I end first. I always end first. Where's Last Crimson? That's gonna be during my death. Oh my god, my pec hurts. Oh, my pec hurts. Oh. I've been thinking about renaming my name. Is the Crimson Dev taken on Twitch? Who the fuck is this guy? It is taken. This asshole. So do I plan on streaming until I'm 90? No, probably not. Probably not. I'd like to do carpentry when I'm 90. If retiring is even a concept. Need to get partner just to get a cool name? That's not happening. That's not happening. That's not happening. Let's be real. That's not happening. It's been 12 years. It's not happening. It's been safely 10 years. It's not happening. I will now take my leave. See you in 2036. That's 10 years from now. All right, well, I'll see you in 10 years. I'll see you then. Possibly. It's only getting easier to earn partner. Except for me, apparently. Except for me. I'm going to try to get back on the YouTube because later this year I will be gone for like an extended period of time. So I'm going to try to get back into YouTube, recording videos and stuff, so then you guys have something to watch. You're abandoning us? No. Just temporarily going out to get milk, you know? And then, like, maybe a pack of cigarettes. It might take a little while, okay? But, like, I'll be back. Don't worry. I will be back. Later in the year. Later in the year. Then taking a little vacay. Please do be back. I actually like watching you. Am I going to Cuba? I'd rather not die right now of starvation. Or, I don't know, Cuba getting invaded by America or something. I don't know, who knows what happens. Tax season comes to a close and this mysterious vacation is scheduled. I haven't taken a vacation in a while, so it's been a little hot minute. What do you mean starvation? You're already skin and bones? Well, it's going to only go further. I can only become skinnier. I am bringing a laptop with me, so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I could stream while I'm over there. It might be difficult, though. I don't think I will. I think if anything, I'll just play on like a YouTube schedule to like release videos every week. All right, let's get some work done. I have a job. Krim could survive off of tree roots. I can survive off of carbs. If you just gave me bread and water, I'm good. Prison diet. Give me that prison diet. I'll take it. I do need going to the gym though. I have been needing a lot more. I've been trying to have more protein where I can. It's not cheap though. I gotta say. Mineral deficiencies are real. Yeah, I do need to buy more multivitamins. I think I've run out. Have I run out? I got one. Hell yeah. Oh my god, it's so hard. I haven't eaten this in so long. That's really hard. Protein's not cheap. It's not. It's fucking expensive. Edamame beans? Edamame? You're saying to eat edamame? You want me to go on that bean diet? Get it in bulk. It gets cheaper. Yeah. Tell that to my fridge. I got a tiny fucking apartment fridge. Eat chicken, rice, and 16 eggs for breakfast. Realistically speaking, eating eggs for every breakfast would probably be good. But I don't think you want to eat 16 eggs. I'm pretty sure you could get like poisoning of some sort. I don't know. You might turn into a chicken if you eat 16 eggs, and you don't want to do that. You do not want to turn into a chicken. I used to eat like 8 eggs daily for Jim. Who's Jim? Why do they eat rice along with the chicken? Doesn't contain your protein? It's like a light carb to like satiate you. It's like relatively clean carbs, I guess, depending on what kind of rice. If bulking, Greek yogurt, real honey, and chopped berries are the best, that would be good for sure. I was at one point eating a lot of like oatmeal. I was doing like sometimes overnight oats, sometimes just oats with like some other stuff. I need to work 2 minutes later. Who's Jim? Okay, yeah, you got me. All right, you're right. You're right. I should get to work. I'm sorry, everybody. Smoke break is over. Okay, go in the door. Get to work. All right. Game's not gonna make itself. I'm sass. But yeah, I don't know if I should bulk necessarily. I probably should though. Greek yogurt, honey, and chopped berries is pretty healthy though. I could probably put see what I was doing with my oats is I would put some Greek yogurt into the oats as well. That was an easy way to like add more calories to it, or fat, I guess, like healthy fats. And obviously, you know, the yogurt has bugs in it and shit. You know, it's good stuff for you. Stuff that stomach enzymes and whatnot. Things. Not like bugs, not like cockroaches. There's a cockroach in it. No, not the bugs. It's got enzymes, living things in the yogurt. Grim flex for us? I don't have any muscle yet. That's all I got, which is fine. It's fine for now. I'm seeing some muscle, but definitely not as much as I'd like. Not as much as I used to have. So we'll see. Triceps are slowly building up a bit, which is good. Like I said, I was able to do tricep kickbacks a little bit higher weight, or higher reps at least. Literally, the first time I tried tricep kickbacks, it was 2.5 pounds. It's the lowest pounds you can do on the cable. My tricep hurt. Every rep, it fucking hurt. I was like, this is painful. And it's not like I did the craziest workout ever for my triceps. I was doing it and I was like, oh, oh, oh. It was painful, man. Anyways, we gotta get to work. We gotta get to work. Yeah, Greek yogurt, good idea. Honey. I did brown sugar, but I know it's probably not I should probably use honey. It's probably healthier. What kind of like minerals does... There's good stuff in honey, isn't there? In that bee puke. There's some pretty good stuff in bee vomit, right? They got some good stuff in there. I don't know how they do it. It's the flowers. Why don't you just eat flowers? Honestly, think about it. Why can't we just eat flowers? Go directly to the source. Let's go directly to the source. Just eat fucking flowers. Why do we got to go to the middleman? The bees. What if we just crush up some flour? If you really wanted to get gains, get creatine. We got some creatine. There's something off-putting about putting a thing in water and then it's powdery and then it doesn't have any taste at all. It's so weird. Have you heard of people using Unreal Cloud to dox a cloud chat inside of UE? I've heard of that being done. I also hear that apparently Epic might have their own chat bot directly in UE6 that, for the most part, just reads from source code and the documentation. And that's going to be an interesting... We're going to see how that goes. we gotta see how that goes. Okay, let's do this one task, because this task has been here forever. I want to get rid of this. Fade in / out the currency whenever needed. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Which is a very easy task to do. Very easy task to do, okay? Cloud rewrite Crimson's game in pure C++. Make no mistakes. Also optimize it. Write optimized code. I don't know if I could... I don't know if I don't care about the AI stuff too much, personally. Listen, I'm not going to be one of those people that like bash on people for using it. Use whatever you want to. I don't care. It's just, for me, I would like to learn a lot of the stuff myself. I don't think having one of those things is, yeah. That's just for me. That's just me. Cloud, make my dream game. Make me game. Make me game. The button. Make me game. All right, so currency should just be a wrapped box. It's just a text block. What? That's it? Okay. Can I possibly... I can't wait for nothing gaming news, guys, like Luke Stevens to be completely uninformed about what an engine is while also having an opinion and talking about the UE look. Who is Luke Stevens? I literally don't... I feel like I recognize the name, but I also don't know what they do. Oh, it's this person. They should stick to just talking about video games and not the engine that is built off of or the technology behind it. I don't know why this is. I don't know why. I don't know if this is like maybe a thing that happened worldwide, but why is it that gamers are talking about the tech? I think part of it is also like in the scenario of Unreal Engine. I don't know why they're making marketing content that almost makes it look like it's being advertised towards gamers in some way. Or maybe that's just because nobody has anything to talk about, so they just use, I don't know. Grim, will I ever return to Blades of Ortera? What would I do with Blades of Ortera, Celestial? Like, what would I do? Like, realistically? I think I would, before that, I would just, I don't know, make Ronin. I'd rather just make Ronin. There's way too many hobbyist game devs nowadays. Maybe that's why. Yeah. Wasn't Blades of Ortera PvP? It was for a bit, and then we decided to do PvE, you know, early video game development stuff. Do we not have an assigned event when currency has been earned? Don't think it's linked to Unity has the same critics for Unity look weirdly, and I think it'll have that in a few years. I think there's always going to be a game engine that gets shit on in like the weirdest, stupidest way. Unreal is just an easy pick because it got popular. And sure, some people had quarrels with it, right? Emotion is an extremely useful tool for marketing, both in a beneficial and not so beneficial way. End product's where it's all at, for sure. I think it's all just rage bait these days, or just shitty journalism. That's a pretty common thing nowadays. Just getting clicks seems to be the focus, not making actual meaningful stuff. Clicks and retention. That's everything these days. It's pretty shit. It's pretty shit. It's pretty garbage, gotta say. Do I want to call an on rep when we update the currency? Oh wait, update currency literally just calls a... Wait. Oh, I could just do it here. Oh. Fade currency. You stop caring about shitty negative reviews. Same thing applies for all this engine critique nonsense, in my opinion. I agree. At the end of the day, all that matters is the thing that you're making, not the tool you're using. At the end of the thing is, the tool you're using comes down to you using the tool, not other people talking about the fucking tool, even though they don't use the tool. Am I ranting again? I am. Very much am. I'm about to get pissed off. I'm about to blow a fuse. I'm about to blow a fuse. When is the economics part of the stream starting? We already passed that very briefly for about like 2 minutes. Did I blame the engine for my fucked up breakable glass? I think that one, Fist, is genuinely a crash in Niagara that I believe they fixed in UE5. So... yes and no. I think there is a way that I could find a workaround. However, there is definitely a crash that I think was hotfixed in like 5.0 or 5.1. I have a crazy idea, just don't disclose what you use. Yeah, I don't understand this fascination slash like eroticism, I made that word up, of like putting your game engine logo or the game engine logo at the beginning of the game. I didn't do that because A, you need to get permission to use the logo. The only thing I did was follow their terms, which is you have to, I think somewhere on the splash, you need to put in the Unreal Engine, like a disclaimer, and then additionally in your credits. And that's it. I didn't like put a big fucking flashy logo on it, I think, or any of that, because I just didn't care for it. I think. Wait, what did I put in for the splash screen? In Unity, I think you had to, using Unity free. I think they literally forced it, as in like when you package, that's like the launcher. Yeah, right here. Unreal Engine, made with Unreal Engine. That's it. I think that, and also in the credits. Right here. I believe that's it. That's like all of their requirements as far as I know. Not sure if they still do it. Interesting. In Unity, they don't force it anymore. Huh. I didn't get a mention for funding breakable doors, Mr. Dev. Listen here, fucker. That was planned anyways from the beginning. Best in-game feature, too. I would argue the best feature is the quit button. So you can get the fuck out of there, and then the refund button. Says the Steam reviewer, thinking he's snarky and funny. Ha ha ha. I got 6 funny emojis. You're avoiding it like the plague? Don't get a twisted fist. I was avoiding all development like the plague, just like I am right now. Don't think you're unique just because I was avoiding it. I avoided everything. All of my work requirements. Yeah. What is Q? Q play animation. What is the difference between Q and play? What best feature do I have to fund for this? The fun, the part that actually makes it fun. So like, I guess the entire thing. I suppose the entire thing. No, I don't need any funding. In you just have to do mentions, but logo you have to ask for authorization. Correct. Yeah, because it's like technically a trademark. You have to ask them, and I think you have to get approval at the end of like how you did the design of it. It has to be like a very specific thing. I'll put 20 on the quit button. Don't worry, the quit button's there. Took me a bit. Our first playtest, we did not have a pause menu. So you had to Alt F4 to get out of it. It was quite funny. Dev, do you take breaks on game dev when you feel unmotivated? I go through days sometimes week plus where I don't feel work in my game because I feel uninspired or unmotivated. Yeah, I definitely take breaks. I don't do, or I try my very best to not do any work on weekends. That being said, you have to determine why is it that you don't feel motivated or you feel, you know, like uninspired to work on something. That is something, you know, you have to internally find out why is it that I don't want to do this thing? Is there something that I don't feel inspired about? Is there something I have to adjust? Another thing to consider that I would recommend to people is if you don't feel motivated to work on stuff, don't force it and just tell yourself, it's okay, I don't need to work on this today. I think it's important to kind of make that barrier for yourself. Otherwise, you're kind of just forcing something. It's like trying to force a shit out, right? If you can't shit, you're not going to shit suddenly. Well, you might, something might come out, but it might hurt. Don't shit if you can't shit. You know what I mean? Same thing applies to working on your game. If you can't work on your game, then don't do it right now. Tell yourself, we're not doing it right now. Don't go to the toilet. Okay? You don't need to go to the toilet. It's fine. All right? When you feel it, you feel it. That's what I would recommend. That's my advice. Shit nobody tells you on YouTube or Twitter or fucking TikTok. It's okay. Daddy Krim will help you. Don't call me that. I regret saying that. If you force development, you get hemorrhoids. Yes. Yes. Trust me, you do not want game development hemorrhoids. All right, the currency fades out. Pog. We have to use an item sending system and then see if that fades in. Ah, see? See? You see that in the... Oh, dude, hell yeah. I think we could fade it in faster because it is an instantaneous thing. Well, it should be pretty quick. I rolled back my entire procedural generation building system last night because it was fucked up. Doors upside down and all kinds of shit. Today, a new version is working so well. I get a chubby... Okay, thanks for that, brother. Thank you for that. Good job, man. Good job. Not on the chubby, but, you know, good job on the rest of it. For me, I have to touch on a new feature, then move on quickly to another to avoid burnout. Otherwise, I perfect it in oblivion. That's another thing. Follow the structure of blocking out, right? Similar to how you'd block out in a model. Follow a similar structure with working on an entire video game, in my opinion. And also find out what your guilty pleasures are in game development. And, you know, work around that so you're not, like, working on guilty pleasures 24/7. Think of it like drugs. Right? You gotta, like... You gotta, like, drip feed it into your veins, right? If you put it all and pump it all at once... What are you going to do? Gotta make the stash last. Yeah, exactly. Yes, man. But yeah. Yeah. I'd also say part of it is discipline to an extent as well. You know, I would say a lot of people, I feel like they go into it thinking, I gotta get into the engine, make an entire fucking system, blah, blah, blah. No, man, just get in there and finish one task. It's like a simple thing. It's like, go in with the intention of at least finishing one little tiny thing, and then, who knows? Maybe you'll be like, maybe I do another thing. Maybe I'll do another thing. Who knows? That's what I would say. You don't need to finish an entire fucking thing all in one sitting. Yeah, also learn how to, like, I don't know, keep track of tasks and figure out how to break things up into parts, and then you finish one monster and realize you have 29 more to go. Okay, listen here. Listen here, Billy. First off, you're in the corner with the dunce hat. Second off, once I finish one monster with with a bunch of the systems that are there, the other monsters will be a lot easier to do. So, here's a dildo. Now stuff, get out of here. Some days maybe creative vibes, some organized, and others that dreaded puzzle to solve. Yeah, like, just any progress is better than no progress. I view it like, here's the thing. I view a lot of like life and work as like I always use the analogy of like you're climbing up a staircase. Some people have longer legs, you know, they climb up the staircase faster than you. That's okay. You got your staircase. Some steps are big, some steps are small. There might be a pit hole. You might fall back a couple times, but that's okay. Just keep climbing the staircase, you know? It's not like you're going to jump from all the way to the top of the staircase. So, I don't know. That's what I'd say. Is 2K pixels per meter decent for a first-person game? Excuse me, 2K pixels per meter? What's next? Are you going to ask me, like, what's the width and height of, like, what if the staircase is completely absent? I don't know. Make a staircase, motherfucker. Find a staircase to climb. I don't know what to tell you. In my head, I picture like there's a huge ass desert, and you're trying to find the like a random staircase that's going up. Another guy. What if I'm in a wheelchair though? Well, take the ramp. I don't know. Take the accessibility ramp. Or the elevator. Krim being ableist today. There's so many things I could say that are like really bad jokes. I'm not going to say them. I refuse to say that. I'll do 5 push-ups. Here. I'm sorry. Thank you. You really will do anything but work. I literally just finished the task. Sugma. Seriously, honestly, Sugma. It's crazy. Fixing his apartment, tilt 5 pushes at a time. Nothing's fixing this fucking apartment. Things are all over the place. Pixels per meter. Oh, wait, are you guys talking about... oh, Phoenix, are you talking about texel density? Sorry, I can't speak. I can't scroll up either. Okay, cool. I don't know. I don't focus on texel density. I'm the worst person to ask about that. I'm the worst person when it comes to that. I've been doing like 512 pixels per meter or something. I don't even know what my pixel per meter is here. I literally don't know. I don't know. I just go off of vibes. Just go off of vibes. Just go off of vibes. Do 5 more? Nah, man, I just did 5. I just did your 5. I did your 5. Get scammed. Vibe texturing. I just vibe it out. Let's be real. Like, I understand some studios where they try to keep some level of texel density, but brother, listen, if resolution got to go up, just export higher. If resolution got to go down, just lower the resolution. I don't need to be perfect with it. I don't. And let's be real, I don't think players are going to give that much of a shit if it's like slightly varying in terms of the objects and whatnot. Unless you're making like a perfect 2D pixel art game, then yeah, that'll get fucky. But 3D environment, I don't care too much for it, to be honest. Call me a bad developer. Cyberpunk 2077, the texel density is all over the place. I wouldn't doubt it. That's a big ass game. Let's see your monster tasks in Trello. We got to do these still. I don't look forward to doing them, but we got to do them. We also need to do distance. Technically, monsters should be able to know where you are if you like start hugging them and stuff. We got to do the grabbing player system. What's in the main menu? Bunch of bullshit. Who cares? Giving vibe coding a new meaning. Vibe deving. Vibe deving. I'm a vibe dev. I'm a vibe dev. Reduce it to less than 1 gigabyte, just to reduce it to 2048. Hey, hell yeah. Yeah, for Suit for Hire, I reduced a lot of the texture resolutions. I don't know if it's entirely true, but apparently your package size is still big, even if you have a bunch of 2048 textures and you downscale them down by 2 LOD biases or whatever the fuck terminology is to like 512, it's still going to export at its highest resolution when compressing. I don't know if that's true, So I ended up getting a plugin that just sets the resolution, the actual output resolution, to the resolution that it's using. And I think we were able to cut out like 300 megabytes or 400 megabytes out of the game. So that's pretty good. But I'd argue Suit for Hire is not the prettiest game in the world. Don't get me wrong. It is not the prettiest game in the world. That's okay. That's okay with me. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. I don't need it to be perfect because it's not meant to be a perfect game. Then that would just be bad marketing. Okay, what's some other like very easy tasks that we can get out of here? The laundromat car, a shark or monster runs around in the laundromat car, and players have to avoid being on the floor. When it gets to them, if a player is caught, the player will comically be dunked to the floor. Voice will be muffled and occasionally cut off by bubble noises. The caught player will have a hard QTE to complete to get out of the situation. The hand will also stick out and can alternatively be held by a friend. If both save states have failed, the player is killed and a blood pool appears with their ID tag floating. Good job, past me. I like your writing. I like your writing. Thank you. You're welcome. What the... I wish this program was free. Trello? I'm using it for free. I'm not using any of the premium stuff. Do I need to pay for Trello? No. In Unreal, if a replicated blueprint interface calls a latent async task inside a construction script triggered subsystem singleton that references a sloth... Shut up, man. I don't want to read anymore. I don't want to read anymore. Why does a package build only crash when Nana is disabled and world partition streaming is paused? I don't know. I don't even know what a replicated blueprint interface is. I didn't even know you could replicate a blueprint interface. Can you can you even replicate a blueprint interface? Do you mean like replicating a blueprint interface event? That was a troll question, sorry. Mods, explode that man. Into cereal or something. Preferably Nesquik balls. That's my favorite. Mods. Next mod coming in 3 months and 1 day. I'm gonna be on vacation by that time. This motherfucker needs to be here quicker. I kind of want to do a little bit of modeling. What do you guys think? Thoughts? Thoughts on doing a little bit of modeling? No? Huh? You model? Yeah. I know. Yeah, I do. I'm a hand model. Grim should make his entire chat mods for a day for the memes. That would be awful. That'd be awful. Can you imagine? That would be awful. You guys would be the worst. You guys would be the worst. Work on monsters? I don't know why the distance perception call doesn't work. Let me see. NPC werewolf. So the problem is right now you can hug him and nothing happens. So like then fix it? Okay, sure. Fuck, he's hot. Scotty, first person to make some Rule 34. for the werewolf in Train Rot. Collision event? No, the thing is, there is a touch configuration, whatever the fuck that means, and it doesn't work. I think. I don't know. Actually, I have no idea. What is prediction sense config? I'll never know. I'll never know. If you can get furries backing your game, you'll be insta giga rich. Isn't the furry community like really hardcore? Not in the sense like not in that sense. I don't mean it that way. I meant like hardcore as in like they're very like picky in terms of quality. Like they want shit to be like really you guys know what I mean, right? Like you need like a shit ton of customization and stuff. If you can get it right, they'll pay a lot. Motherfucker, if you can get any product right for any target audience, you can get paid a lot. If you make a sex toy that works really well, you can get paid a lot. That's what the dev for Delta V did for Delta V. He joked he was adding Furry Crew for April 1st. The furries got super excited about it, so he added it as a DLC and it sold well. Huh? Some furry artists get paid more than surgeons. So you're telling me that going in to become a doctor / surgeon is a fucking mistake and you should instead learn how to draw or 3D model? Yes. Okay. What is Delta V? I don't even know what that is. Don't tell me, is it Delta Vector? Turn-based racing? How do they include furries into this? I see. No, that's not it. Turn-based racing? Wait, is that actually what that was? It's a turn-based racing game. Felipe, you're killing it. You're killing it. It's a 2D space game. All right, I don't care enough. What is it? This? Is it this one? Alas Astra? What the fuck? Rings of Saturn. It's not here. Whatever. I can't type a delta symbol on chat. Listen, the developer is doing something wrong if they didn't put delta V as a tag for it, and instead you gotta figure out the alt code symbol to search for it. That's also kind of based, but I don't care enough. Here it is. Okay, let's see if that worked. I swear to God, if we can find the game by using that symbol, I'm gonna freak out. Dude, come on, man. Dude, really? Really? Oh, come on. So you said there's a furry DLC? What's happening in the trailer? I literally don't know. You're going to have to be on some hardcore drugs to be able to figure out what's going on here. Space Furry Edition. Anthropogenesis Uwu. Huh? Oh my God. Oh, you weren't kidding. They went in. But like, why does their head look so much smaller than the spacesuit? What's the reviews on that? I actually don't want to look. I don't want to look. Sound, thank you for the 100 biddies. Crimmage of the day, huh? All right, let's see what's going on. Why? What? Me getting my health appointment for the year. Colorized in America. Nice shoes. Am I wearing Crocs? I'm not wearing Crocs. But why is everybody else wearing Crocs? Is that just like a thing? Why is everyone wearing Crocs? Is that a thing? Is this the alive internet theory? Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, let's do the distance perception. Distance perception. What would be the cleanest and most optimal way to determine distance? We could do a timer and check the distance of all players. That's psychotic. We could do an overlap sphere. No, overlap sphere I think is more expensive than just doing a distance calculation. I think our best bet is probably doing just a constant distance check to all players. Yeah, can you work a bit? Thanks. What are you, my boss? Jeez. Yes. All right. Sure. I'm on it. Let me get right on that. Let me get right on that. Wait, what the fuck is this capsule check? Overlap check? Oh, that's the overlap. Yeah, that's for damaging. Yeah, we can't do that.
Shit my pants, I did.
This is your boss. Get to work, lazy dev.
We're gonna need that AOP on the EBITDA by EOD. God, I'm so glad I don't work a job anymore. Oh, thank God. Fist, thank you for the prime, by the way, and Sound, thank you for the 100 biddies. Okay, all right, bonus, huh? Okay, all right, okay. Why is The Rock laughing at me for doing that? What an asshole. Don't scroll down. Whatever you do, do not scroll down. Can The Rock do that to me, please? I'm dying in this heat. He's laughing at your gains. Man, workout culture really is toxic as hell. These motherfuckers are toxic. I don't want to associate with any of them motherfuckers. Unironically, getting The Rock to hose you down or probably cost a few million. Why do you think I'm saving my money? What's going on May 21st? Don't ask. Don't ask. Within your best interest to not. Don't ask. Just don't ask. What the hell? Don't ask. Just don't ask. What day is that? Don't ask. Whatever. I don't want to talk about it. It's fucking the Wild West in that website. Oh, I gotta stretch my neck a little bit. Oh. My shoulder. The one with you and Adam Driver? That one's real. That's a real picture. The blueprint won't code itself, bro. Oh yeah? Just watch. Opens 5 different fucking windows. Code me a distance check for players and enemies. Whatever, man. Hey, we clocked you out for that stretching. Can you imagine? That's going to be the future, though. Let's be real. They're going to cut everybody's fucking pay the instant they don't do any work. Hell yeah. The future. Future! So we might have to do this in the NPC AI controller. Right, because it's in site diagro. Player detection tick would probably be pretty good in YAR. I had a remote job and they wanted to install screen sharing software on my PC to run 24/7. I would not do that. Definitely not happening. Unless I had like a dedicated... No, even if I had a dedicated PC, I would not fucking do that. It's like, listen, if you want to screen share, I'm not doing it 24/7. I'll do it during work hours, sure. But you have to pay me enough for that, for that breach of privacy. "24/7 is brazy." Yeah, you got that right. Screen share 10 hours of Crazy Frog, they will stop. Whenever you're not working. It's like the craziest fucking screen too. They won't even be bothered anymore. That's insane though. All right, so inside of here, we're gonna do distance checks. I believe the player detection tick is every 0.1 seconds. "10 hours of meat spin." They can't judge you for what you do off work hours. They can't judge you. They can't judge you if you do work off hours. Pull up that one lemon website. I forgot what it's called. You know which one I'm talking about. You know which one I'm talking about. The lemon website. You know which one I'm talking about. Hell yeah. That's some unc-wisdom right there. What are they gonna do? Fire you for what you do off hours? That's their fucking fault for trying to do a 24/7 fucking system. Dipshits. By the way, nobody search up the lemon website. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's within your best interest to not know what I'm talking about. Okay? Let's just keep... It's okay. You don't need to know. It would be within your best interest to not know. Trust me. No, seriously. Take my advice. Heed my advice. I'm not searching that. Good. Don't. If you don't know what I'm talking about, can't be worse than 2 girls, 1 cup. I don't know. Maybe. I thought that was fake, by the way. The whole 2 girls, 1 cup thing. That is fake, right? Let's just don't tell me the actual answer. I'm pretty sure it's fake. I remember 2 girls, 1 bowl was worse. Is that like a thing where they like smoke the same bong or something? It's pretty normal. Why you stream early today? I don't know, because I'm an adult. You wish? What is this what I walk in on? Listen, you're never going to get a conversation like this in any other game dev stream. And that's okay. That's part of the appeal, I guess. Or maybe the unappeal, the anti-appeal. Okay, so how long is this tick for? Site Diagro, player detection tick. When do we run player detect? Oh shit, only during site. Wait, when do we stop player detection tick? Over here. Oh, fuck. Shit. Okay, I'll be right back. Give me a second. I'm just gonna do a little stretchy break. I also gotta go to the bathroom. Give me 1 sec, okay? Give me 1 sec. Hey. Jump scare. It's me. That's called a repellent? No, it's called filtering. Ever heard of filtering? Anyways, enough of this. Enough of this. I'm drinking a lemonade right now, actually. Yum. Especially on a hot day like this. Which, you know, I don't know if it's hot where you are, but I've heard a lot of people having a hot day today, so I'm just going off of that assumption. Unless you live in Antarctica, then maybe you're not having a hot day. Maybe it's a very cold day. Or moderate day. Where am I? Okay. 95 Fahrenheit all weekend here. What's the real temperature? Like the number, like the actual number. What's the actual, is that like 30 degrees Celsius or something? Around 30 degrees Celsius, 25? Something like that? Can I get the real number? Not whatever these freedom units are. It's about 80 Fahrenheit here. Okay, you motherfuckers need to stop with your Fahrenheit, okay? It's pissing me off. That's 35 in inferior units? Inferior? $35? Would I prefer Kelvin? Maybe. I don't really like laning with Kelvin, though. I'm more of like a bebop kind of guy, or Hayes, or, you know, like literally anybody else. I prefer playing with like literally anybody else. Cancel the streamer. How many people do you think I like? What is he talking about? Kelvin? Who's Kelvin? What's Kelvin? Did you see the game with Texas as a user selectable measurement of scale? Texas? No, but that's pretty funny. Do you think anybody complained about that? Kelvin is a measurement of temperature. No, I'm pretty sure he's a character in the game Deadlock. It's that new Sims like. Oh, by the way, is this... Can I just confirm... This game that literally just came out, is this the game that's been in Patreon for like 5 million fucking gajillion years? This is the game that's been on a Patreon for like ever, right? Am I correct? Yeah? And it finally released? In early access? Oh my god. Dude, I'm pretty sure this game's been on Patreon for years, and I think it was making like 50,000 a month or something on Patreon? And it's still in early access? Is this The Sims? It's The Sims 2.5. Sims 3.5. It's also still janky AF. Let me see. Do they still have a Patreon? They still have a Patreon. The Patreon is still live. It makes 66,000 Canadian a month. And it's still early access. That's crazy. No wonder the gamers hate us. I'm kidding. They can't keep getting away with this. It looks good, at least from the images, but you're saying it's janky? Like, as in like it's buggy? Is the game buggy? for sweaty cellar dwellers, let's not judge other people's like interests, Fist. Okay, you're looking a bit like a cock. All right. My mom would love this game. Okay. I'm sure my partner would love this game too. Actually, this would definitely be within her like ballpark. But my ex-girlfriend would play this and make the Sims life miserable, just like how they did to you. Damn. If I play this, I make a pool, then remove the ladder when they get in. Let's be real. They probably already like got past that. They probably have a system where they can get out of the pool without using a thing to get out of the pool. You know, they could just get out anywhere. Wait, what? Do it with bugs? Did I see this correct? No, I'm sure it's very cute. It looks very cute. I'm just baffled that it was in Patreon for so fucking long, making as much as it was, and it's still in early access after all this time. That it's just very. Unless maybe it wasn't in Patreon for such a long time, but I do remember hearing about this shit like 4 years ago. Awards, class of 2021, most anticipated Canadian game, 2020. It's been 5 to 6 years. Only 16 hours on Stardew. It's just not. I just didn't capture me. I play this game on like the plane when I'm bored, trying to kill time. Justin, how goes? I announced my friendslop. How's the announcement going? I should probably get to work, huh? What would make a game like that more interesting to you? I don't know. I don't really know. It's not that I don't like Stardew. It's just I'm not crazy about it. Sorry, Kern, but Landfall just announced a train game friendslop game. Kappa. Nearly got me there. Nearly got me there. You're paying for my medical bills if I get a heart attack. Okay, so we should probably reuse the current looped player system for the distance detection check. Isn't Frostwell going to be a friendslop train game? I don't know. This is a completely different, very different game though. Oh, very, very different game. I can't speak, nor can I type. Yeah, very different game because I'm pretty sure it's like you go off the train, a lot more combat and stuff. I would consider it a co-op game, not necessarily a friendslop game. I'm sure it has elements of friendslop, but I would consider it more just a co-op game. That looks good. If you want to peek at it, let me see, Justin, what you got. Loot Goblin together. Touch the boot. Grab the boot. Yeah, looks like a fun time. Oh my god. The boss man. The eyes are cute. It's got a cute style to it. I gotta do a bunch of stuff in my game for the personality stuff. We haven't been focusing on that too much. We did a little bit, touched upon it a little bit, but I need to do some of that too. Who needs personality? Our employees do. They need a personality. When a player, the types of thing we would do for personality. Exhibit A, when the player suddenly eats an explosive worm by accident, and then they blow up when nearby a friend, the only thing that would be left on the floor is their legs and shoes. that would be the remnants. Just legs and shoes. And then a big explosive, like, charred circle. I can't wait to put that monster in. There should be like a QTE where it's like you try to like resist it going into your mouth. That sounds disgusting. Anyways, but yeah, it's a horror game, so. Talking about efficiency, your game could benefit from a conveyor belt. Okay, this is not Factorio. Grim, how many tasks have I finished so far today? Thank you for the grand question. One. Don't worry, I'm working on 2 right now. Are you sure you don't want to make Factorio friendslop? Nah, I'm good, man. Someone else could take that idea. I'm good. So we can't put the distance check in the player detection tick because that won't work. So I'm just surprised there's no distance. Like, we have touch, but there's no, like, I think that's literally if you touch the transform, there's no, like, distance check. I could probably make one. Dude, figuring out how to make these AI configs is just confusing. So many, like, things involved. Curious if you ever get this, you're working through an idea and then halfway in something flips and it stops feeling right before anyone has even touched it. That happens very often, such as with this game. I know this game will do well, but there's going to be a lot of pivots, I think, that occur. I think the reality is our brain will perceive a feature or mechanic being a lot grander than it really is, and that just comes through prototyping and seeing if things work, right? Trying not to put all your eggs in one basket. And it might just be that the entire game idea as a whole might not be very good or would require huge amounts of pivoting to make it work. That's just why prototyping and stuff like that is such like a big thing. There's a whole business for people selling demos to companies, you know, for a reason, right? As much as an idea is not very sellable, if you have a prototype or a demo or whatever, it's very, you know, pretty sellable. An idea with meat is pretty good. Like, but yeah, no, it definitely has happened for sure. Definitely for sure. Currently struggling with that, to be honest, especially considering even pivoting or genre switching. I would ask yourself, how much have you invested in there? How much can you maybe reuse in another idea? Like, there's no point of really trying to finalize an idea that just doesn't seem good to you or doesn't feel good. And then even if you do playtesting, it just doesn't feel very good. At that point, okay, move on, you know, cut your losses. Cut your losses. Learn from it, cut your losses. Maybe reuse whatever stuff you might have made there. That's what I'd say. Finish prototype and go from there. Also, to be fair, I'm not the best person for this advice because technically this game I've been working on for like 5 months and we still don't necessarily have a gameplay prototype. So, but depending on the game type, there are chances where you could prototype things quicker and, you know, at least see if something's worth putting time into. For all I know, we might have to do some pretty hardcore pivoting for this project. But I think the overall idea is good. It's just obviously going to require quite a bit of work. Yeah, I could not make a playable prototype after a week. Like, I'm just too slow of a developer and stuff, so. But I think prototyping is very important. At least getting blocked out features or whatnot, not polishing it too much, unless the polish adds to the overall product a lot more, you know, rather than it being a detail, it's an actual meaty part of it. I think part of what threw me recently was all the hate on deck builders. I was building a deck builder. Listen, man, here's what I would say. If you're making something that you find to be really fun, it doesn't matter how saturated the genre is. A lot of people talk shit about the extraction game genre, and it's like, okay, list the extraction games. List the extraction games. I think that's a similar thing with deck builders. It's just a lot of people are seeing a lot of deck builders. But like, here's the thing. It's gonna lose popularity for a bit, and then another one comes in, it's fucking blowing up. You know what I mean? It's like, so I've learned to kind of ignore the public and just do what I think will do well. Obviously, playing testing, determining how people are thinking about the game, right? But not taking the public opinion about things, like in terms of like, oh, this game genre will do well, this will not do well. Now, to be fair, I think the only one there that I would agree with is platformers, only for the reason that platformers are such a tried and true genre that you got to go like above and beyond on making that feel really good. And then, like, you know what I mean? Platformers have been around since almost the beginning of games. Yeah. Mostly internal industry folks. Everybody's human, including people that are currently in the industry. And I would disagree with a lot of people in the industry. And I've worked with a few people in the industry. I think there's a certain subset of game developers that are like really entwined into the industry. And then some that are, they're in their spot, but they like to say things and make their opinion known, and that's okay, and that's perfectly fine. Everybody has an opinion. It's just some of them are wrong. Where the fuck I am? Okay, hold on. We need we need to do some distance check. What do you think about the UE6 thing? I'll wait until we have proper information about UE6 before I make like anything. But obviously, I'm hesitant of it, considering the types of releases Epic has been fucking doing over the past years. So we'll see. No worries, Crisis. Listen, at the end of the day, do some play testing. Get people to try it out. If they find it to be really fun, there you go. Bingo. Bingo, you got it. Play test with random people. Don't just play test with friends and family. Play test with random people who are okay with throwing shit at you, a little shit at you, you know what I mean? That are okay to tell you this is boring. You know, find people that are okay with telling you this is boring, but also find people that are actually interested in the genre, not just some random person like that plays fucking Call of Duty. And then you're like, can you try my deck builder? It's like, that's not going to go well for anybody. It's not going to go well for anybody. Now, obviously, find some people that are outside of the genre too. Sometimes that helps, but yeah. Yeah, if there's one thing I learned about the industry, yeah. There are a lot of interesting opinions in the industry that I would not agree with either. That announcement was so random, and then Rocket League, not Fortnite. Wasn't that at a Rocket League championship, though? So I feel like it would make sense that it was a Rocket League announcement because it was literally at a Rocket League championship, was it not? I thought that was like Rocket League RLCS or whatever it's called. The competitive scene. I thought that's why there was like that announcement specifically, because all of Rocket League apparently have been waiting for a UE5 upgrade. That's apparently what's been like the dialogue between in the Rocket League community, because the game is made in UE3 or UDK or whatever. And so the UE6 announcement is interesting. But that being said, I think that'll be another year or two before that even happens. Why do they care about UE5 upgrade? Listen, you're asking me. I don't know. I'm not in the Rocket League community. I haven't played Rocket League since release. Prettier cars? I don't know. Prettier grass. Take a look at this grass. It's fucking flowing in the wind. It's got perfect physics. Okay, so we'll do a distance check. Player distance tick. It's a custom UE3 branch with a bunch of physics customizations. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know why they necessarily want an upgrade. Maybe there's maybe some sort of specific reasoning for it. Got to get those 4K texture / 500K poly nanite soccer balls, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You can get all players by going in the player state. No, the game state. You go into the game state, cast to the game state. Actually, no, you don't need to cast to the game state. Then you get the player states. Player array. Yeah. Oh, yes. This is a good idea. Yes. There's probably a better way of doing this. But whatever. I'm just trying out. So player state, then we need to get the pawn. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. The player distance tick. There was a whole thing about chaos being the reason Rocket League didn't immediately go to UE5. As in, like, chaos was a problem, or was chaos a mistake? Probably not, because I guess they save money. Kind of. Do they really? I guess they save money on licensing fees for licensing physics every year. I think it was every year, something like that. Chaos isn't fully deterministic, and I think their custom physics is. So can someone fill me in? Deterministic is what exactly in the context of game physics? Can't you enable determinism in the settings? Monk, listen. When you just a checkbox doesn't fix everything. You should know that in this engine. This engine is check tick box. Okay, now edit 95% of the engine code. Read the engine code and then find out that checkbox actually doesn't do anything. Means you can replicate over networks easily. It's when a simulated object always lands on the same place with the same force. How do they do it? That's some like smart people stuff. I don't know how to ever get to that point. We need to change the music. I know exactly what to play. And look at that. It's in my search bar. I just hit component replicates and then I have multiplayer. Yo, same. Same. Grim, check the good game checkbox. I don't know where that is. Is it a console command? Okay, so we get the player array, we get the pawn. This is going to run every 0.1 seconds. 0.2 seconds? Every 0.2 seconds. This will run every 0.2 seconds. Yeah, I think a lot of the new physics stuff is pretty... little janky at the moment. Not exactly the best thing ever. A boog. Somehow, by the grace of God, you just appear to pop on my homepage. If you have a Discord, I don't remember if you do or not. We do have a Discord. We do. The God Mode community. Hold on. I can link it in the YouTube chat. Give me a second. Hopefully this link works. I don't know if it does. We're about to find out, I guess. Daryugu. Isn't that crazy how the YouTube algorithm works? You can search up game dev and somehow my stream pops up. It's absolutely slop. Why would they do that? Why would you want my screen? Why would you want my stream to pop up? Damn, when you search up game dev, it's just... There's no good game dev content anymore. It's really just kind of I'm in. He's in. Discord, my only post was my cat eating a huge rat. Good times. Hell yeah. Positions start spazzing out trying to connect each other. We sometimes have that issue with this project. Sort of. Sometimes. That or there's a bit of desync sometimes with certain items. Yeah. What are you currently working on? I am working on our second game, which is a it's a co-op survival horror friendslop type of game where all of the players are basically employees on a monster train and they have to keep the train running by like repairing stuff and like feeding the engine and stuff. That's about it, really. I'm just working on the monsters right now. We got this guy, the werewolf. The werewolf. Youch. Just put the slop in the EXE. Can I pet the dog? You cannot pet the dog. It's probably within your best interest to not pet the dog. He doesn't look very scary though. We gotta work on that a little bit more. I don't know. He doesn't feel scary. Is he scary? He just got bored. He literally just got bored. He lost aggro. Oh, here he is. I don't know. He doesn't look very scary. It doesn't feel scary. It doesn't feel... Anyways, I'm going to work. But yeah, that's what we're working on right now. It's been about like 5 months so far working on this. So... yeah. Maybe pointier teeth? You think it's the teeth? You need some sound effects? Yeah, maybe, like, I think we'll probably work a little bit more on the visuals after sound effects and camera stuff. Whatnot. Game not done yet? No, Orca. No, we still got more to go. Live playtests. Potentially in the future. Joining the Discord is the best choice because that's probably where I would probably get people to playtest once we're ready to do gameplay testing. Right now, most of our playtests are like not playtests, but more like tech testing, just making sure shit's working, you know, like replication and multiplayer and whatnot. That's the biggest thing. So on. All right, so we have all of our pawns. Is there anywhere where we check the player character for its settings? Nope. Huh. When you released your file, did you do any specific marketing for that? Not really, Worka. Not really. I didn't really contact any YouTubers necessarily, or any streamers. A couple streamers, just kind of a few streamers, I would say, kind of just found it organically. I think there was maybe 1 or 2 YouTubers that I did message. There was one that does like game stuff, like Game Expo stuff, like little Game Expo kind of things where they show like indie games off. And I already knew that person because they posted Ronin before. So I was like, hey, I got this game if you want to check it out. They're like, yeah, sure. So that was like the first thing I did. That was early access release though. That was like 6 years ago. So I didn't really do anything specific. I didn't do anything like hardcore with it. I didn't pay for any ad placements. I didn't $0 marketing budget. I think I like maybe contacted a couple people, but they contacted me and then I got ghosted a few times. There was this like one popular social media person. I'm not going to say their name, but I don't think I'm ever going to respond to any of their fucking DMs ever again. What a waste of time. My goodness, what a waste of fucking time. Every single time, ghosted. It's like, no thank you. I'm not dealing with you anymore. Post it if you want to. I don't fucking care. Post whatever. It's like... Hey, sounds good, Boog. Yeah, we'll I don't know. I think right now we have a channel for Train Rot, which is the game. But obviously it's very like slow at the moment. So we'll probably post some stuff in here, I think. That's the part I'm at right now. I just feel like I need to do something to get more wishlist prior to launch. YouTube videos, I feel like. Maybe release a little behind the scenes video. Devlogs still work, in my opinion. I know a lot of people shit on it. I think it's a great way to kind of get people in, and as long as you put a little bit of production effort into it, I think it can do really well to at least give a little bit of attention to the game. Like, for example, what's the only climbing game? It's the same person that made the boxing game. The indie dev. He did like a whole behind the scenes, and then he was like, "Here, the game's out." And then it became like a big hit on Twitch and whatnot because it was like a kind of a rage game. Yeah, Punch a Bunch. And then he released a second game called, yeah, Ponty, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I recently saw that dev, actually, the Heathen devlog. Very great video. Like, I think that's another great reference. Is like they started from like the beginning. I think you might have some footage, right, Worka? I feel like you could probably have some like footage as you were developing it. Just on the basis of narrating it and whatnot, right? I think that would be like a easy, well, not necessarily easy. There's a lot of editing and stuff that has to go into it, but like that's a path that you could go down, I would say. Yeah. You got gameplay trailer, announcement trailer. Those are big. If you can, if you have the, well, you kind of do have the contacts for it, right? You could get a bunch of like streamers and YouTubers playing the game, and if they have a really good time, ask them, hey, can I use your guys' footage? Yeah, that could be a great way. That's probably what I would do with this game, is I'd get like a bunch of YouTubers to hopefully like, I think they would probably more than happy to like do it, because if anything, that's good. If they like the game, I think YouTubers would be all for it, because it's like, oh shit, I can get some quick, like, you know, first impressions, whatever, the first people to make a video on it, right? Like, I feel like that would be kind of a factor. That sounds almost like selling exposure. You get exposure, and then you give me your clips, and then I make a trailer, and then exposure. Almost borderline sounds like exposure. But hey, it's whatever, content, right? You get content, I get your content to put into a little 1-minute trailer. I think we have solid content for post-launch streaming. Just want to get some pre-launch wish lists so Steam picks it up. Here's my opinion of wish list. Could be wrong. I don't think wish list count matters all that much. Especially if you have people that are going to play the game on launch. Like if you know there's going to be a bunch of people playing on launch or near launch. At the end of the day, Steam doesn't give a shit about wish lists, in my opinion. They just care about sales. They just care about revenue. They just care about revenue. I think even they stated themselves, wish lists don't necessarily factor in. It's just wish lists helps you get a lot of revenue at once, which then might push it further into other platforms. I think there's some, like for popular upcoming, I think they said that wish lists might impact it now. I think recently they said they've been changing the algorithm a little bit, but I think most of it is revenue at the end of the day. So I don't know. I'm not too like hung up on wish list numbers personally. If the game is good, you have YouTubers that you know or streamers that are going to play it right off the bat, I think that's more than enough to get friend groups to be interested in it. You also got to consider the thing with the friendslop game is you're not advertising to one person only, you're advertising to an entire group of people. And that's also something to get to consider. Wishlist gets it into Steam's algorithm at launch will boost revenue for further reach. It boosts revenue, but I think at the end of the day, I think all of it comes down to revenue. If you release your game and you have 25,000 wishlists, but nobody fucking buys it and you have no like conversion. Yeah, the wishlist just gets you into popular upcoming, I believe. But Suit for Hire was in popular upcoming, and that only had like 3,000 wishlists during early access release. Something around that number, 3,000 for 4,000 wishlists. So, yeah. Yeah. How long was Suit for Hire in early access? You know, like 5 years. You know, like 5 years. Because I was slow and I also had other contract work I had to do to make ends meet and various other things, you know. Let's do this as 100 units. Not exactly correct, but... $3 to $4K prior to launch, though? Yes. Yeah, prior to launch. Or basically, that was the number we had upon launching. Add multiplayer to Suit for Hire. Why? I just don't think it'd be fun. At all. World of Warcraft does it? Yeah, all right. That's you got a point there. You got a point. They're successful. Why can't I do it? You're onto something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get too hung up on wish lists. I think the thing that wish lists show you is an indicator of how well your marketing is doing. So we're at about 1,100 wish lists right now, and I feel like I'm a shadow banned on all my socials. I would say make a trailer, like an announcement trailer, and like message it to as many like channels that post like trailers. IGN, whatever fucking, even small indie channels. There's one guy that posted a bunch of my indie stuff. Math Chief? He posted my Ronin and Suit for Hire and stuff. And that could probably get a little bit of the ball rolling. So, yeah. I think you could probably send him a message. You could probably find a bunch of other YouTubers that are kind of within this realm, doing similar stuff. But yeah, for popular upcoming 7K at least. I don't know. Suit for Hire was on popular upcoming somehow, from what I remember. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was for the early access release. I don't think popular upcoming appears for full release if you're coming out of early access. That's one downside of doing early access. Still though, it worked out for me. It worked out. Now one could say it's a survivor bias. Is that the term? Survivor bias? Survivorship bias? Where I'm the one odd out. Is that the term? That is the term, right? I put the armor on the wings of the plane. Somehow we survived. It must be the wings. Survive D's? That could be a name for a zombie game on Steam. Right there, Survive D's. And then the Z is uppercase. Or Z. Survive D's Z. I bet you I could. There's a game called Survive Z. I bet you. Watch this. What? There's not. That's bullshit. Survive Z? It's not taken? Guys, there you go. There's your name. Survive Z. There's a Cinti asset zombie game right here. It only has one review. I see. I see. There is Zed survival though. Listen, in the court of law, they won't. I'm not a lawyer, but survival Zed survival. It's different. There's a difference. Okay, so game state, player array. We're gonna go through every single player, check the distances. I hate doing this, but I guess it's just the price to pay. It's just the price to pay. Okay, I'm gonna release hire fursuit next. You can't do that. Hire fursuit? Haha. Get the furries in on it. CQZ survival. What? Is this cheaper than just doing a sphere trace around the enemy? I'm pretty sure doing a distance check is much cheaper than doing a collision trace. Right? I know I've been doing this for about 12 years, but I'm 24/7 doubting what I do. I'm not that technical. Listen. I'm just a guy. Just, you know. What about a survival game where you have to survive the month on a minimum salary? Brother, that's just called real life. Do you think people want to relive real life? Again? Do you think people want to keep track of their fucking calorie intake and also like sodium intake and all this stuff? Like nobody knows, nobody cares about that shit. And yet, that one shitty game is still doing just fine. What was it called? God, I hated that survival game. Well, to be fair, I only played it during release. What was it called? It's like a 4-letter or 5-letter word. Scrum? Scum. Oh, scum. Oh, it's still getting updates. I'll give it to them. They're still updating the game, which is kind of crazy. But I still remember playing this game on release, and I thought it was hot shit. It was not good to me, personally. The desync was just horrendous. I felt like I was playing a turn-based game. Go to Henrique, how's it going? DayZ better? DayZ, okay, DayZ mod versus DayZ standalone. I think I had a lot more fun in DayZ mod, just because there was a crazy amount of like modded servers. That being said, I have not played latest DayZ, so I don't know what latest DayZ is like. Okay, so get distance to less than 100. We're probably gonna have to modify this number, but for now we'll just do 100. Then we have to go player detection states. Uh-oh. This minuses if there's no sight. Should I make a separate array for the overlap checks? I guess in here we could do a distance check, and if the distance is a certain number, then don't de-aggro. We could always just do that. Yeah, we could always do that. A current looped player is a player character type. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Sure. Sure. Okay. Let's do this. Turn this into a function. Is pawn in aggro range? Pure function. Ah. Daisy's pretty fun nowadays. I don't know if I could get back into it, to be honest. I don't know if I could get back into it. I'd have to find like a friend group that would play it. I think that would be the only way I could get back into it. Other actors should just be of pawn type. It's of actor type. Aha! Ah, I see. Interesting. Yeah. Is actor in aggro range? I'm just about to say you need some boys to play with. I don't play solo much. Yeah, solo would be difficult. That'd be tough. That'd be tough. Okay, is pawn in aggro range? Get pawn, blah, 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 because we're probably going to need to put that as well in here. So then that way it does not reduce these values, because that's going to be pretty important, because we're going to reuse these values here. So if I remember correctly, it literally just adds, if something used, it will be overrun with the new value after calling keys guaranteed to be associated with the value until the subsequent mutation of the map. Add plus find. Default constructed if key was not found. I'm going to assume that's 0. Yeah. Okay, we can take that because yeah, we can take that. Velocity vector length divided by 6,000, 0.20. Yeah, sure, we could do that too. And then plus, and then find. And then add. With a minimum of 1, sure. Copy all of that. I'm in the wrong place, get me out of here. I'm in the wrong place, get me out of here. Here I am, I'm here. Saying numbers really fast makes you sound like a math genius? I'm an idiot. What do you mean? What was the emote? I don't know. Huge brain. I don't know. Current looped player. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Can we make this a pawn? No, we can't make it a pawn type because it needs to read from the G. Oh, shit. Ah! I got to cast to our player character, which honestly is not a huge problem because it's always going to be in memory anyways. So it's fine. Don't care. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Cast in a loop. Whatever. Who cares? Casting to something that's already in memory? Pfft, whatever. Who cares? There's no math emote? There's got to be a brain emote. Come on. How about, how about, this one. There you go. That one. How about that one? I don't even know if that's an emote. Is that an emote? Okay, so plus 1.2, 0.8, 0.7 multiplied 0.04, 0.2. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Huh? Oh, okay. Oh, we forgot to plug it in. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Is pawn in aggro range. All right. Okay. Player distance tick. All right. Okay. All right. We got to do a few more things. However, we're just going to make sure that that is being called. Event on possess. How do you stay motivated to keep working on it? Money. Money. I don't know. Streaming helps a little bit. Helps me stay on track. A little bit. It helps. It helps to stay on track. To streaming helps a little bit. And then I don't know. I just try to do one task every weekday. 5 push-ups. All right. Can I be honest? My whole body hurts. my body hurts, honestly, a lot. Oh, my core. Oh my god. Oh, my core. My core! I went to bed yesterday, and even getting into bed and curling up and down, I was like, my fucking abs were just in pain. I felt like my ribs were breaking. I'm okay. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. Okay, so the instant I get very close to the werewolf, the breakpoint should breakpoint. Okay, I need you to face the other direction. I need you to face the other direction, please. Aha. Aha. Okay. Okay. Haha. Now, print string. Okay. Krim, what are you doing to that werewolf? Nothing. I'm not about to Super Mario 64 the werewolf into a fucking bomb. No, that's not what I'm gonna do. That's not what I'm gonna do. Hold on. Hold, please hold. And it needs to increase a lot faster than that. Like a lot faster. Especially at upright. Let's do it 2x. Let's do it 2x. Okay. All right. Can you imagine if that was an ability? I think it needs to be even faster than that, honestly. 3x? New game. We've been working on it for like 5 months or so. So kind of new-ish. Kind of new. I feel like that's a good speed because we want it to be slower. Tech demo. Game is a stretch so far. It's yeah. It's still getting there a little bit. It's still taking a bit of time before it feels like a game, but it's getting there. I think. I think. Yeah, it's got bones. It's got foundation. We got a ground to step on. Currently. The one with the top-down shooter camera? Suit for Hire is mostly done. We will be probably working on a DLC in the future, though. Ow! Light! He do be a bit creepy. I think he's starting to get pretty creepy. I could hear some like sound effects, some visual effects with the camera. Could do really well. I think we're getting there. He's a little bit derpy too. it's kind of, it's getting there a little bit, yeah. Yeah. Anyways, give me 1 second, guys. I gotta go to the bathroom. I also gotta do something very, very quick. I'll be right back. Stare at this beautiful man's face. Actually, hold on. Let me put him in the light. There you go. There we go. Nice. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking. I'll be right back. Hello, I'm back. Sorry, I had to bring in some furniture. Yeah, I have 2 jobs. One of them is doing random shit, and the other one is doing more random shit, but on the computer. Hell yeah. Love that. All right. Let's continue. Distance system, which I think is working. Now we just have to make it so once they've reached the max for the detection system, it will aggro onto the player. Let's do it. And it's as easy as this. It's this easy. We just do this. That's it. That's the whole system. So you're the one that's taking all the jobs? No. No. Am I excited for Unreal Engine 6? No. But we'll see when we get it. Whenever that is. Am I excited for it? No. Epic has lost my confidence when it comes to their ability to release something that works on release. Fab. Epic Game Store. Probably all of their other platforms that they've bought and attempted to maintain. And I say that very loosely, maintained. So, yeah. It's going to take a lot for them to get my trust again, I think. Or my anticipation. I feel like it needs to be faster, man. Upright should be like 1.5 multiplier. Fab launch was awful, but now it's pretty good, at least from a seller POV. It seems like it has improved. That being said, looking for stuff is still like I used to look a lot more at stuff on the UE marketplace than I do Fab, just because there's just so much more just stuff, both negative and positive. I'm full copium that 6.0 will be optimization update, and then want to get rid of UE5 equals stutter branding. I've heard, now I'm not sure if it's true, that they're doing a bunch of multi-threading stuff, which could be very good. Moving a lot of stuff off of the game thread could be very good. But we'll see when we get there, you know what I mean? When they get there. We'll see. I don't care about verse. I don't care about any of that stuff, honestly. I really don't. I like the current tool set that we have. I'm perfectly happy with it. I don't need any more than that, honestly. I have more than enough to try to learn right now as it is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm okay with the toolings that we have. I just gotta figure out the stuff. Like, I gotta use PCG. I'd love to learn PCG a little bit more. There's like some, you know, there's a lot of stuff. All right, what's this? What do we got here? Oh, God. I don't know how I feel about this. Why is his head so big? Has he been working out his neck? Why do I look like that? Why am I in a dress? So not to say that I'm not allowed in a dress, but I wouldn't personally wear a dress. Me. Okay, so, okay, now, how fast is it to get spotted while we're crouched? Technically, jumping should be making a noise. But luckily, it does not make a noise at the moment, so I can test this out. So the werewolf headbutts you? Well, he's supposed to slash you, but, you know, let's not get into specifics. Delusional? How's it going? Don't call me daddy. I'm not paying for child support. Is pawn in aggro range? How do we make the player distance tick not interfere with the sight tick? Oh, this sucks. I'm actually starting to think we should combine these two functions into the same function. I'm starting to think we should. Yeah, maybe we should. Okay, let's just do this. No, we could do this easily, actually. If current looped player is not contained in perceived actors, not contained, if they're not in aggro range and they're not perceived, then that means get them out of here. Get them out of here. We can, hold on. I'm trying to discover where I am. I don't know where I am. Where the fuck I am. I don't know where I am. Help. This is what it's doing with a max of 0. So we'll just copy all of this. And then all is good. Right arrow key. Yes. Yeah. Yes. We move the entire thing to the right. Because unfortunately, that's just how this kind of code goes. Okay, that's too close to the line. We're too close. Can't cross the beams. You don't want to do that. Do not want to cross the beams. Okay, so this will minus it by 0.03. Let me double check that this is actually going to do what I want it to do by print string. Okay. All right. Hell yeah. Okay. You nearly spotted me. Okay, turn around. Please turn around. Please turn the other way. All right, please turn the other way. Okay, please turn the other way. That way. That way. Okay, all right. Or just, you know, keep, yeah, okay. Thank you. All right. All right. You could probably make this dwindle faster. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking good. Things are looking real good. The distance system is... You won't believe it. Done. What? 2 tasks in 1 day. Now you can't call me lazy because I did 2 tasks. And it's the monsters. I can't wait. One day I should bring a chair in that I can lean all the way back. I just I just lay all the way back in my chair and suddenly I'm sleeping. Are there such things? Are there such things as such chairs? I'd have to break the chair, I think. All right, good stream. Thanks for dropping by, everybody. I gotta construct some IKEA furniture. Don't know how that's gonna go. Hopefully it goes well. Hopefully all of the screws are in. Hopefully all of the holes are properly holed. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. 3 hours of work, time to rest. Don't worry, I'll do a little bit more work later. Suit for Hire is no longer 65% off, so sorry. My bad. I was going to say the game is 65% off, but it's no longer 65% off. According to this one negative review, it is boring and fat. So there you go. Buy the game now. Buy the game today. Boring and fat. That was me. Thanks, Peter. Peter? Peter! 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 You're fired! All right. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. Wait, what am I doing tomorrow? Hold on. Wait. I think I'm... Wait. What day is it today? Oh, okay. See you tomorrow. Thanks for dropping by. I'll see you guys then. Have a great day. Thank you for dropping by. Good early stream. Isn't that crazy? We'll try to do the same thing tomorrow. Who am I kidding? See you guys at 2 p.m.